Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We last left off just having finished spoken with the governor here at Barclay Prison. He was a little standoffish at first, to say the least, but we were able to get him to, come along to our way of thinking, in due time. It was still a little, he wasn't super helpful, or, there's some stuff we didn't want to talk about, but, we at least got some information out of him. Now it's up to see. Let's go check on, I guess, Sholmes and see what he's up to. Maybe. Oh, or see what Iris is up to. I don't think we've seen too much of Iris. We're back. Hello, you two. Ah, speak of the devil. It is Iris. Haha. I thought you'd be back here. I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all. Oh, how delightful. Ah, so that's what the delicious... Hello, Herlock. Have you been growing out a new mustache? Perhaps, letting the sideburns, come out a little bit. Or maybe just, some new gloves. I don't know, I just feel like there's something, different about you, I can't quite put my finger on it. Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. A nice weather we're having. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it might have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application. Yeah, you don't say. Oh my. Also, sorry. Wait, no, I forgot. It wasn't like a dye. It was like something he drank that changed his hair color. So does that mean if he had like chest hair, would that also be blue right now? Huh. Well, pray tell me, what about water, friend? Have you garnered some new information? Boy, I could say that. Or, as well as the fact that he is in fact not a warder anymore. It has not been for, like, 10 years, or whatever, or however long it was. Oh, yes. Something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest. It most certainly isn't. But... Sholmes! Oh! Oh, Jesus. Hi, Gina. What are you up to? It sounds like a serious situation, whatever it is. Drop everything, Sholmes. This is more important. Gina? Oh, jeez. What's wrong? I don't believe it. Jeez. Sounds like Dude, that didn't look very good. What am I supposed to do about a crying young woman, What's happened? Clearly, a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. Clearly. It's the boss. What do you mean? Inspector Gregson? Yeah, to be honest, I have been wondering where he's been up to. I mean, I guess it makes sense we haven't, like, directly gone into him, but I don't know, it just feels like his presence would be around at some point by this point, The boss is... He's dead. Huh. Jeez. Are you are you sure about that? Well, jeez. Not really sure what to make of that. What? They just found his body! Shot with a pistol. Oh. Jeez, so that's not just dead. He was killed. Fucking, what? Come on. That can't be right. What? Yeah, I mean, my feelings exactly, Randowski. Jeez. But, Inspector Gregson, he was murdered? No, not Gregsy. Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Well, normally I'd be like, oh, hey, check out my armband, but I feel like that's not, very fitting, for the situation that we found ourselves in. Let's just get on with it, I suppose. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson he was really shot? I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene. Where did this take place? A little ritty room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. But the thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case round there. Oh, how strange. The boss was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I was gonna show him I'd become a proper detective. I believe you, Gina. Jeez. I'm really sorry. Oh, Jenny. So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? They got him already. Oh, well, I mean, silver linings and all that, right? Already? They caught the shooter so soon? A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. Who? What awful person did this? I still can't believe it myself. Gina. It was the Reaper. So, you mean to say Barack, right? Not the concept of the Reaper itself or whatever, but specifically Barack Van Zeeks? Is that what you're getting at? I mean, that is his theme music, so I guess I shouldn't be, that should be the assumption, but, you know. They kept trying to draw a distinction between that, so, you know. Wait a minute! You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it? That's right! That Reaper bloke's gone in and shot the boss! No. Lord Van Zeeks? He doesn't seem like the shooting type. I mean, if anything, I feel like he would, like, stab a dude, you know, like, with one of his rapier or whatever, you know? Wielding a gun, it seems so unlike him. Plus, you know, he seemed to mostly get along with Gregson. Are you quite sure, Mr. Strayed? It's Barack Van Zeeks the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes, and I interviewed him at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? Jeez. Clearly Barack's not very good at doing murders, if he got multiple people who saw him do it. They had the gunshots, apparently. And when I got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room. There's no way Lord Van Zykes would have taken Gregson's life. If anything, I would have assumed he killed the Japanese person first. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. God damn it. Well, damn, this episode just took a turn for the serious and the macabre. I mean, for a while we were just, you know, fucking around with hair and missing people, not fucking deadsons, you know. I guess he's not Greg sus anymore, you know. He's dead sus, or maybe Deadson. I don't know. That you know, you want to keep some part of his original name so it's still recognizable, I suppose. But anyway, thank you for informing us, Mr. Stride. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Or did you? No, I don't. No, Herlock wouldn't kill anyone. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come along as soon as you can. You've got to help. Yeah, clearly. It's a detective's lot to appear where some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes? What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming? Well, I mean, you know, you're not Superman, or, you you can't be everywhere at once, and you can't, you know, predict every incident that's gonna happen, you know? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you're intending to do so anyway. Yeah, it would be worthwhile to figure out what the fuck he was doing there in the first place. Because, I mean, even if he didn't murder the guy, or, you know, he didn't murder Gregson, he was still there for some reason. Until later then. And so he departs. Inspector Gregson, dead. And Lord Van Zykes arrested. Rono! Susie, I called you a hansom. It's waiting outside. I don't know what a hansom is, but, okay. I guess that's a cab. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Otto? Yes. Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of this shit. A new location has been added. Let's see. So we can either go to prison. Well, we can visit the prison cell. Or we can go to Fresno State, or Fresno Street, the Fresno Street where it happened. I mean, we're gonna be going to both places eventually, I suppose. But, well, I don't know, I guess we'll go here at first. You know, take your pick, I guess. The 1st of November, the room on Fresno Street. Oh. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened then. So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere. Oh, hello, Gina. Oi! What do you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so you can look underneath it all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. And don't forget to look inside the chimney stack, too. Blimey! Ain't you lot never gone over an house looking for dough when the owners are out of town? Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. Well, you know, it's good to be thorough. Oh, so you've turned up at last. Mind ya, I ain't been long in myself. Hello again, Gina. Sholmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that. I went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flicking that, hat, the hat, okay. And flicking that at his ninja scarpered. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, I didn't stop to say nothing to no one. Not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigated too? Listen, Odo. You're a lawyer, right? Yes? Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you? Oh. Poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Sykes really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Odo. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here. Well, thank you, Gina. Yeah, that is a nice little thing. I can't deny. Let's look around. An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust. Look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. Or nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members. Ah. Well, what's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look, Mr. Naruhodo, quickly! Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning. Oh, that's, it's Evie Vigil, our client. Ah, it's Mrs. Vigil. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. I'm sorry to say, but I have no idea either. The framed photograph has been entered into the court record. Well, this is an old house where, you know, that no one's been in for a long time. Maybe this is a place where she used to live. Or maybe the Vigils used to live before they, you know, moved on to better places, you know? Also, look at this fucking conspiracy theory in board. This looks like some sort of notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look! This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes. In fact, they're all the sorts of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here. Oh, yes. The advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason. That's quite interesting. Excuse me? Oh, Inspector... Oh, sir. Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Oh, he was worried about, or, well, you know, concerned about, you know, Gregson's, death. Excuse me? Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir. Right. Perhaps I'd better leave you to your work, then. Excuse me? If you're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard. I've been over to some deep thoughts there. Okay, well, geez, guys, I know it's, you know, it's sad business, but yeah, you gotta, you know, you gotta stay focused on the, you know, the matter at hand. So, hey, is it a candelabra? The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. Yes. There's wax spatter on the wall behind. Look. Wait. Oh yeah, I guess there is some stuff, wax stuff there. I can't really tell, but I suppose. I suppose if a bullet had hit it. It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body. Now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me. The candelabrum has been entered into the court record. Okay, now here's where his body was. Also, was that why is there like a fucking red-headed toupee? Was Gregson trying to join the Red-Headed League, and he got shot because his hair wasn't actually red? I wonder. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is. It is. A bright red hairpiece. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? Huh. I don't know. I mean, we all deal with balding in our own way. And in such a flame-colored red, too. I will admit, it doesn't exactly seem like his style, but... Yes. That's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? Exactly. This is a vital clue. I'm sure of it. The red hairpiece has been entered into the court record. And now the really unsavory business. So, I suppose this is where the victim... That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away. And would probably be under Dr. Sai's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Yeah, it is sort of a, sort of a Yamcha position. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that bloodstain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Suzaru-san is so strong, though. She's taken this far better than I am. Well, sometimes you had to put on a brave face, even if you're, internally you're, not feeling so good. This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh my. It is real, I suppose. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. Fire a shot. I don't think that's a good idea, Suzato. Naruhodo has found himself in some hot water when he decided to pick up a gun, in the past. No! If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer to just ask someone who might know, I think. The killer's revolver has been entered into the court record. Probably best to avoid handling it. Yeah, that's for sure. Now, what's this little, fucking cop action figure? Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. Huh. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing this on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zykes playing with something like this. Yeah, not exactly. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all. In a way. The policeman figurine has been entered into the court record. Okay, so... Oh, wait. I was gonna say, I thought that was everything, but there's this, too. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore. More of a boardo. Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does still at least let in some light, so you could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. Yeah. Poor Mr. Natsume. At least he knew to fucking leave London while the getting was good. You know what I mean? Didn't have to worry about no sneaking reapers. Let's see, now was that everything? What is like some? These look like they could be interesting. What is that, like paintings that have been turned on their side? But either way, I can't investigate, so I guess they're not important. Well, so that's a cursory investigation done. Like I mentioned before, a lot has gone on since then. A lot has just gone on, just not like all of a sudden, like. Things were progressing at a relatively, moderate pace, and then they just, they ratcheted up to 11. I mean, I wouldn't have expected fucking, Greg Sus to be killed. I mean, I know I, had a bit of a, a giggle or two at his expense, but I certainly never expected, this to be the case. Though obviously I do feel like there's gonna be a lot more that meets the eye to this case. But you know, for now though, I'm gonna have to cut things off for the time being. We still had to talk to Gina. You know, oh no, sorry. We had to converse with Gina a little bit about what actually happened, or you know, see if they've actually learned anything. And then, you know, next time we'll also probably talk to Lord Van Zykes as well, and see what get his side of the story. Because it does seem hard to believe that he would just kill Gregson out of the blue like that, but at the same time, I mean, he literally does call it, you know, he is the Reaper of the Bailey. Perhaps, you know, well, who knows? Either way, we'll save that for later. Until next time, though, I'll see you around.